on and off the floor. No one's done that. You gotta put the whole package together. He's the greatest of all time.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. In today's episode, I want to take a look at some NBA legends talking about who they think the GOAT is. And the interesting part is that I try to find a couple of clips of some, I don't want to say superstars, but known players which we haven't seen a million times talking about that topic before. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to leave a like, and I would say let's get right into it. Now the first player's opinion that I want to take a look at is B.J. Armstrong. As we all know, he played alongside Michael Jordan for multiple years in the late 1980s and early 1990s, and his opinion won't surprise you. Let's take a look.
Your thoughts on this comparison of Jordan versus LeBron James would be what?
From a fan perspective, the comparison, right? They're both wing players, you know, two totally different players. LeBron is a facilitator. LeBron initiate the offense, he'll score a little bit, he'll rebound a little bit, he'll do all the things within the team. Michael Jordan was a scorer first, second, and third. He was a phenomenal finisher of the game. And what I mean by that is Michael Jordan stopped playing the game. He stopped having to facilitate. He just finished the game. When he played the game, especially in the fourth quarter, we refer to him as a three-dimensional player. He's either going to score, he's going to get fouled, or he was going to go to the free throw line and make the two free throws. And not many players can do that in the last 4 minutes of a game. But without question, LeBron James is this generation's best player. And I think Jordan was clearly that generation's best player. Now, who's the best? I think I'm biased. I would say Michael Jordan.
Now, for those of you who don't know, B.J. Armstrong nowadays is an NBA agent, so he is still involved in the NBA. Just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. And the next player that I want to take a look at is Rasheed Wallace. As you probably know, he has his own show on YouTube, and he tries to keep it 100. Now, let's see who he has as his #1 pick.
So who is your GOAT? We were debating this before because we disagree here. Who is your GOAT?
For me,
For you.
my GOAT is the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Why?
He's won multiple championships on every level. He's won at least 3 championships in the PSLs. That's the public school league in New York, for those who aren't familiar with it. PSLs. He won at least 3 championships at UCLA, where he was a significant part.
Definitely.
And then won one championship with the old school Bucks, the 70s Bucks.
The big O.
Then won, what, 4 or 5 with
5.
LA. And he was the first mega all-star in the NBA.
Like superstar, like that they
Think
were
about it,
marketable.
It was just him.
Can LeBron surpass Michael in your eyes?
It might take a couple more championships to do that. LeBron is special. We should just say, hey, Michael is special. And I always say he's special because, and he's the best to me because he never lost in the NBA Finals. And he's averaged over 30-something points a game. I mean, the guy is just unbelievable. If you come at me and you ask me, that's who I'm going to go with, is MJ.
He was the strongest, not basketball player, athlete I've ever seen.
Michael is not going to talk about himself. He's not going to say, hey, I'm the greatest player that's ever lived. That's not who he is. He's never been like that. But he let his game speak for itself. He bagged it up with how he practiced, how he approached the game, and then how he played the game, both physically and mentally.
You can't take anything away from either player. They're absolutely terrific players. You can only turn to the fact that Michael went to the finals 6 times and won 6 championships. 7th games. How many 7th games in the final series did Michael have to go through? And they never did. It never happened. We won in 6 at the most. But the reality is that the record stands, and that's what happens in careers. And the game has changed, and the players have changed, and how the game has been played has also changed. So, take nothing away from either player. It's still a fact that Michael went to the finals 6 times and won 6 championships.
I think LeBron James is the best basketball player we've ever seen. Is Jordan the GOAT? Maybe. Again, everyone can have their own GOAT. Everyone can compare eras. We have to be able to mix it all into a pot. And when you mix it in and you say a guy that was never considered, even people that get sensitive, when I said that LeBron's the greatest scorer of this era, and they're like, well, what about Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant is a scorer. Their career averages are 0.2 points away from each other. You talk about Jokic winning 3 MVPs because he's averaging. Bron could have averaged a triple-double. He could have done that if that was his goal.
Yeah, I mean, tremendous that he can still play like this in his year 20. The athleticism is incredible. So I'm happy for him. I always say Michael Jordan is the GOAT. If he really surpasses Kareem in the scoring record, I mean, it's I'm sort of running out of arguments for Michael. I mean, what this guy has done has been nothing short of incredible. The longevity, and I always say, being called king at 15 and how he turned out and what he's done for communities where he played and changed so many lives. So he's a very, very special athlete, and I think for now we need to appreciate that watching him and at the level he's playing at.
There's been a lot of talk about, when you say the greatest of all time. First, I started with Michael. I remember looking directly in his eyes, and it was like, whatever you do, whatever you say, we're going to beat you. But then when I retired, and then I started, saying, okay, let me get something to back up my opinion. So then I started looking at what Kareem had done, and I was like, no, wait a minute, time out. Ain't nobody ever did anything what Kareem did, high school, college, all-time scoring leader, activist, all of it, right? And then LeBron comes along, and now he's broken Kareem's record.
For me, Michael's the greatest player ever, but LeBron is going to have the greatest career ever.
Yes.
And what he's doing right now is incredible. So it's unbelievable.
Any media person that I see in person for the rest of my life who try to tell me LeBron James is good as Michael Jordan, I'm just going to slap the hell out of him right on the spot. Right on the damn spot. No question asked. I'm just going to slap the hell out of you right on the spot.
MJ is the GOAT in terms of basketball accomplishment, but the overall, when we talk about social issues, LeBron James is the GOAT in that. In that sense, he's the greatest to ever do it. Great on the basketball court, but also great in dealing with social and political issues, not being afraid to voice his opinion and being very articulate on those.
See, I think LeBron is locked in to 2. He's not going to win a championship and leapfrog Michael Jordan. It's just not going to happen. That's what I think too. He's not getting caught from behind. Wait, what happened now? Third? Yeah. What happened here? That's not going to happen either. That's why I think he's kind of locked in. His legacy's very cemented, and this will be great. It may be one of the crown jewels of his career to pull this off with that team and beat Steph in the process. Great.
I really believe that. I believe he is the best ever. Michael Jordan is so good that when somebody else is the top of the top, the great in their sport, they'll say, David Beckham is the Michael Jordan of soccer.
Michael is the greatest player ever. Michael's been injured one time. He never asked to sit out. He never asked for anything, but only he asked for respect and money. If Michael played in this era, he'll average 50.
For me, I made it out the hood because I seen a dude, number 23, play the game of basketball at a level that I was like, I just want to do some of that.
Now, most of you guys know who my GOAT is, so I don't want to mention it. To me, the interesting part is that most NBA players always mention the same 2 guys, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar slightly moves out of that conversation, even though, as you know, MJ is my GOAT. Kareem should still always be in the conversation. I think it's between Michael, LeBron, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And the reason why I don't have Kareem at my number one is simply because of the fact that his teams were always stacked with other superstars. I mean, he played alongside the greatest point guard of all time, Magic Johnson, and he played alongside Byron Scott, James Worthy, another top 50 player of all time. So his teams were always loaded. That to me is the reason why he has so many championships. And don't get me wrong, he still is in my top 3 because that guy was sensational, but I cannot put him at my number 1 for many reasons. Anyway, let me know in your comments, what do you think? Who is the GOAT? I'm curious. Hopefully you see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.